Of all parties in a healthcare setting, patients often have the least input into their care. Yet, much research indicates that patients can not only enhance the quality of their care, but can prevent errors. When arriving at the hospital, Jane was stressed because of a long car journey through gridlock traffic, and probably also because of the trauma of living with cancer and facing more unpleasant procedures. Nevertheless, she was put at ease by the nurse, who asked her how she was feeling and inquired about her family. So far so good. However, once Jane had been escorted to the treatment bay, she was no longer treated as an individual. The multidisciplinary team failed to acknowledge her as someone who could provide valuable input into her own care. She was not even asked what she had come for. Could she have had a card by which her treatment was checked with her as well? Would that have provided an additional safety barrier? Jane might have been able to spot that the team was proceeding with the intrathecal drug injection before she had been given her intravenous treatment. Had she been able to point that out, what followed might not have happened. It was the hospital's responsibility to ensure that Jane's care was safe, but involving Jane actively in her care may have prevented the terrible outcome. A patient who is familiar with the procedure is a vital resource for any healthcare worker to draw on. They may be able to spot discrepancies in the treatment plan and any deviations from standard operating procedures, discrepancies in communication or odd drug labelling. Patients are often far more insightful than we give them credit. Adopting a more patient-centered approach, trying to look at the situation from the patient's point of view, will make patients feel more relaxed, more comfortable, and lead to more effective consultation and diagnosis. It enhances quality and promotes safety. It may also save time and money. For your organisation, ask yourself the following questions. What happens in your organisation to ensure that patients are active partners in their own treatment? How could your organisation play a more active role in this challenge? And finally, could other means of engaging patients be used, such as posters, leaflets, and patient treatment cards?
The World Alliance for Patient Safety believes that we need to understand the nature of these contributing factors. We must learn from the errors and harm we unintentionally cause to patients in order to reduce the risks for future patients. We need to act on this learning and make improvements throughout our healthcare systems. Commitment from governments, hospital management, and clinical leaders is vital to achieve this. We must also work collaboratively with patients. But let me finish with 5 challenges. Firstly, do you have standard operating procedures and guidelines in your workplace? Are they adhered to? If not, why not? Could you develop these if they're not already in place? Secondly, does your workplace have a framework in place to ensure healthcare workers are up to date with training, and are they safe to practice? Thirdly, do you communicate effectively with your colleagues as part of a multidisciplinary team? Fourthly, is information about the safe use of drugs accessible to you in your workplace? And finally, have you engaged your patients in their own care? Analysing and understanding errors like this will take us away from a blame culture and move us to a situation where we can offer safe, high quality and sustainable care to our patients, not just now, but in the future.